Chaz, how you doing this morning?
Oh man, I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as they say.
Yes, yes. That's all we can say about the mornings, pretty much, right?
I had to
Um,
dig deep, man. Yeah. Luckily,
yeah.
I haven't had any shows. I'm on vacation right now. We're out in I'm up in Biloxi for to spend time with my in-laws, and we're going to go do Mardi Gras. So, I'm taking my wife to her fourth Mardi Gras. I'm originally from New Orleans, so
Oh, that's very exciting. That's very exciting. I haven't got to one yet, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. One of these
oh,
days.
sooner, hey, sooner than later, man. You'll never forget it. It's a great experience.
That's right.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
I've heard lots of good things. Um, I just want to take a second to introduce my future audience to you.
Oh yeah,
Um,
oh yeah.
it's
It's
It's an honor to have you with me. It's an honor to talk with Chaz Collins this morning. Chaz is taking the world of country music by storm. His latest single, Slam Bam, is an anthem for living in the moment and having a good time. And thanks for taking some time out of your busy day to talk to me.
absolutely, man. I thank y'all for having me. This is really cool. Where are you guys at?
I'm in Chicago.
Chicago. Okay, cool, man.
Yeah. So I'm
A little
hoping one of those
little
3,000
chillier up
shows. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It is chilly.
here.
Yes. But you know what? This is one of our first days above zero, above freezing in about the last 3 weeks. We had about 2 or 3 weeks of just below 32 every day. So we're doing okay now.
Man, that's rough. Yeah, I'm glad you're safe though, man. I saw a little bit of the craziness. People trying to drive in that storm was no joke. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Never good. Never good. But we're okay. We're
Ooh,
okay. Um,
good, man. Glad you're safe.
thank you. So I want to ask you, like, when was it that you
Yep.
first started this long journey in music? It's a fun journey, but it's not all that. It's not always fun. There's things that go with it, but it's overall you can say, hey, I'm a musician. I'm doing something I want to do with my life. When did that start as just the journey of music?
So the actual journey started literally the night before Katrina. Um, per se, as far as me moving to Nashville. Now, we can go back to, let's say, 2004. I was actually a commercial residential plumber going to trade school, and they called me the singing plumber because I'm just walking around the job site, just singing Tim McGraw songs, Garth Brooks songs. And I had an opportunity to go to Nashville to record a CD. I had like 3 or 4 days. I was visiting my grandfather in Parsons, Tennessee. It's kind of the midway between Memphis and Nashville. And I was visiting them. I'm like, hey, let's go to Nashville. I want to make a CD. And it wasn't anything, wasn't original music or nothing. It was like literally a karaoke CD, a couple of
Yeah.
karaoke CDs. And I'm like, well, we'll go bring that. I'll bring that with me. And then I'll try to get a studio to let me record my vocals. Then we'll mix it the best we can. So I've got something to bring back to the karaoke shows that I was hosting. And so I was selling CDs, man. And then I was like, man, I'm building a fan base doing karaoke here. I'm like, I think I got something here. And I've always loved singing. But that's when it really started kind of becoming a dream that I'm like, this might actually work. And it might be something I can do. And so when Katrina hit, which I believe was the 29th of August, it's either 28th or 29th, and in '05, the night before, she was going to make landfall, and they came across the news and was like, look, if you don't leave, we're not coming to get you. We're telling you this is life threatening. You need to leave. So I was like, peace, I'm out. So I grabbed a couple of change of clothes, hopped to my truck, went to the bank, took the only like $500 I had in the account out. I was waiting for my next paycheck. And I tell man. And it was, as they say, on a wing and a prayer. Let's go to Nashville. I didn't know anybody. I was just like, let's just see what happens. And I guess the rest is history now. So 24, that was 24, 25 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it's been that long since Katrina, but I mean, just the
I
fact
know.
that you lived it, I'm sure it feels like yesterday in a sense because it's just something that's such a life-changing event for you and the positive out of the negative,
Oh, yeah.
what came out of it. but to see all that destruction and everything, to know that, you know, you had to start again. I mean, but what a resilient person you have to be to get out there doing this again, you know, and just doing your music.
Sure. Yeah. And you know, you were saying as far as it was fun, but it was hard. Um, I'm just now in like the last few years being able to really reap the benefits of it. You know, with having a song, you know, which we didn't. It's not slam bam. We're hoping it happens with that, but we had a song called "No Place I'd Rather Be" that was #1 on Taste of Country for 2 weeks, and that changed a lot for me because when I was touring for those 17 years full time when I was living in Nashville and touring, you I had fans that had to bail me out of like an axle falling off of the trailer that I just didn't have the funds. Like I still had to pay the guys. They have families. I'm trying to get to the next gig. So even through all of that, even with a little bit of success, it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, oh, in the next couple of months, your price just went up to afford everything. It was
Right.
never like that till after COVID. After COVID, when I moved from Nashville to Florida, then I had the credits to start making that climb to where you could see the financial benefits. But it took, like I said, it took 17, 18 years to be able to have even a savings account. Like
Wow.
you came home with, after all expenses, you come home with maybe $1,200. Well, the problem with that is you didn't get to take that 2 weeks and go spend the $1,200 and go on vacation. It was, you got 2 weeks, maybe a week and a half for the next tour, and you have to have the gas money and the money for rooms for that entire week for your whole band to get to the first destination, because you got to get there, and then you got a couple of days before you're even going to get paid. So somebody's got to pay for that.
Wow. Wow.
So it was just it was very, very rough. However, I got a chance to see things that I would have never seen probably. You know, 43 states is a lot to see and kind of hard to do if you have a day-to-day job that keeps you local, you know.
3,000
But
shows.
yeah. Well, we're over 3,500 shows now.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, since 2005, 43 states. So, and this is like I said, that was doing it the hard way. Now, I'm not going to say it ain't hard because sometimes it is, but it is getting easier now that I've got a crew. It's a 2-person crew to help to set up lights and sound. Well, 4-person if I hire out my lights. 4 people to set all that up. We used to set sound, lights 4 hours before the show, play the show, and then tear it all down, throw it in a trailer, and it ain't oh, go to the hotel room and get some sleep. It's start driving to the next place, take turns, take naps, get there, do it all over again. That was what was tough. It'll age you pretty quick, man. Doing that. I did it the hard way. Yeah, a lot of these young kids aren't having to do that now with all the social media.
I think a lot of people don't, the average person doesn't really realize how much it is. They see someone, you know, on a stage or on a TV show or on a video or whatever, or hear you on the radio,
Yeah.
and they assume, boy, this person is just loaded with cash. And they don't realize what a journey. It's a job. It's a job. It can be fun. There are, you know, but it's a job. It's like starting with a small little house, a little building for your business. You're got a business that you're
Yeah.
building. You said, okay, now we got 1 tech, now we got 4. We paid for hotels. People don't realize, they assume that because you're maybe known by people outside of your city that you're rolling, you know?
Yep. Yes, they do. And you know, people say, "Oh man, you know, you're getting to do what you love," and it's like, well, yes, you have to love it. You have to love it. But if you're doing it full time and as a profession, there it's work more times than not. The fun you get, I always make this joke. We get paid to set up. We technically play for free because the work is the setting up and breaking down. Especially when you're doing it yourself. Like I said, it's fairly easy now. I'm blessed to have a crew that sets up lights and sound and for the most part, all I have to do now is talk to people, put on a show, and talk to people after, which is me when I'm not playing anyway. So that comes natural. So it's not work to me anymore. Um, you know, even if you're doing some kind of physical labor, if I'm helping one of the sound men, which I still do, I'll help them throw a speaker up or something like that. But it's not work anymore when it's something that you love and you're actually able to manage it. Because man, when I was touring, good God, we had some craziness. We were talking about winter, man. I can't tell you how many times we've hit deer on the road at 70 mile an hour. That we were driving in the Dakotas, Chicago. We drove through there. We played a place called Joe's on Weed there in Chicago years ago.
I've been there. I've been there.
We're driving. Yeah. We're driving through. I think it wasn't Chicago when this happened. We were driving from Minnesota to North Dakota. It was called Jamestown. I think it's Jamestown, North Dakota. And we didn't watch the news. We just packed up, got at the time in a van. We're driving. I'm sleeping, and my guitar player, I can't say this word, but he's like, "Holy crap!" And I'm like, I wake up, I look out the windshield, and there's the median. So we had the van and trailer had swung, and we were sliding down the interstate sideways because he hit black ice at 70 miles an hour, just sideways. I woke up to the median. So there was a lot of danger driving up there in the winter. And I finally told my booking agent at the time, I said, "Do you own like a globe and you watch the weather?" And I was like, "You got me up here in the middle of the frozen tundra every winter for 12 years. I said, "I am not coming back out here unless you fly me. I come out in the summer, but in the winter, you're flying me or I'm not going. This is dangerous."
Oh yeah. I saw your tour schedule. It looks like for most of the March, it looks like you're in Florida, right? Mostly Florida shows?
Yes,
Mostly,
yes.
yes, which is smart,
Yep.
It's still chilling out up
Yes.
there. That's great.
That's
And
it.
hopefully February and January were like that too.
Oh, yes. It got a little cold. No snow, no ice. I think one night, some people in northern Florida, like the Panhandle, and maybe as high as like Tallahassee, had some frozen pipes, like for like 6 to 8 hours, and that's about it. It hasn't been cold enough to do that yet. But we still tour nationally here and there. We'll go out of the state, but primarily we have stayed in Florida right now, simply because it's the truth is we're doing well to make what we would make touring full time, and we're kind of just putting things together right now, releasing the music, creating that buzz, so when we do go back out and tour, our budgets will be where it can support us flying to the shows or us taking the bus to the shows or things like that. So
Right. Well,
so that's
I know
why it's
that.
primarily Florida right now.
Right. No, that's a great place to be right now. It's a great place to just kind of sort it all out and get ready for the next step of this career of yours. That's great. But so let's talk about Slam Bam. I mean,
And you
you have
count your friends too.
yes, right. Every
Yeah.
once in a while, you get to be grounded back to to have friends and family
Yeah,
around
man.
you. Yes, kind of nice. Yeah. Um, let's talk about Slam Bam.
Yep.
You've been working the single,
Yep.
for a while now, for a few months. It had some video play and everything, and it's an important song to everything. I don't know how someone could listen to it and not be tapping their toes and jumping up and down and dancing. I mean, I'm sure when it plays at the dance bars and the country bars and everything, they got to replace the flooring the next day, I would think.
Yeah, a lot of people get out there and dance. There's not too many people that know the line dance just yet because we released it. We've done a small push on it, but we're getting ready to do a big campaign with it. Try to get us a social media influencer to put it out there. I'd like to try to see if we can't get it to go viral. You remember the old song, "Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay," that whole thing. Well, when they took that clip and they put it on TikTok, man, everybody was doing their version. So I'm wanting everybody to do their version of Slam Bam, just that little, Slam Bam, that little line dance spot. And so we're gonna try to finagle that, try to get us an influencer that can put that out there, and hopefully it'll catch. But yeah, so I'm very, very stoked about it, man. It's a party song. Everybody should be able to relate to it. It's literally it's as simple as, slam bam, I'm ready to party. Here I am. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and living in the moment, enjoying the evening, and just let it be. Get through the work week.
Yep.
The work week in the office work week. They could look forward to this song on Monday, saying, "Hey, 4 more days. Now you're back at doing line dancing and listening to this, and having a couple beverages." So
That's
it's
it.
it's that great, and you just hear it, and the rhyme of the title, and the rhyme of the words, and it's just so catchy, so catchy.
Yeah. And what's really, really kind of cool about it was a song that almost didn't happen for me to record, because, there's a country duo called Van Zant. They were more prominent, I think, in the early 2000s. But it's the Van Zant, they're Van Zant brothers, I believe, either brothers or cousins, but they're
Part of the
related
whole
to,
38 special and all of that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're related to Ronnie Van Zant
Right,
of
right.
Leonard Skinner. And so they were actually supposed to take this song, make it the title track to their album, and put out an album. And they held it for like a year, and then their management changed the entire landscape of things. It's like, no, we're just going to go this direction. And so when that was freed up, it was actually a buddy of mine that originally wrote it, Douglas Jerry. He's actually up there close to your neck of the woods. He's up in Indiana,
Okay.
just next door to you. So, but then he sent it to me, and I was like, I need to rewrite some of this to make it me. So that we kind of that's a legendary family in music, the Van Zants, and to know that they almost cut it, and I got a chance to cut it. So I'm hoping if they were going to make it a hit, I can make it a hit. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping it keeps spreading.
That says a lot about it. I mean, yeah, that a national artist like that, and they've been around, the Van Zant Brothers, for a long time, and different. It's a family tree of Skinner and 38 Special and all that. It's a family tree. I think I have one of
Yeah.
their CDs actually, in my collection, and I know that's a big deal when someone, and then your knees probably had holes in the pants. They're praying that they were gonna just let that one go and let you do it. I'm sure for a while there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
that's
We're
that's that's
stoked about it, man. We can't wait to see what happens with it.
I like the line dance idea that you have, the whole, the motions of the line dance. I think that's got a lot of potential with all the social media we have, with TikTok and Instagram
Mhm.
and whatever it is, whatever the social media platform it is that you feel is going to be the right one, or multiple, really. But that's gonna catch. I think it's
Yeah.
we have people that there's a bowling alley up here, and we're right in the middle of the city, and I mean, I'm in the suburbs, but we're here to suburban bowling alley. There's people that they clear the whole floor. It's usually like an open area for bowling and pool and all that. They clear the tables, the video games once a week, and they have line dancing, and the room's full. And it's like that happens. It's across the country. Still, line dancing is still a big deal. It is, it's a big deal everywhere.
See, yeah.
Weddings.
Oh, it's huge. There's a lot of country venues now that they're not quite big enough to support like full bands to do shows, but they'll have a DJ in there, and it's line dancing Friday and Saturday, and it's all ages. I mean, even the younger generation coming up, they're out there, they got their boots, they got their hats, and so it's still very, very much alive, the line dancing thing.
Absolutely.
We wanted to tap into that because none of the other song releases that we did uh, are a line dance kind of thing. So we're hoping, it gets as big as, what is that, Copperhead Road?
Right.
Everybody
Yep.
dances to that, and that's what we're hoping. Slam Bam's another Copperhead Road,
I sure hope so. I mean, it's got all the potential of it. It's just a really fun song. It's the kind of song that makes you leave all your troubles and distractions behind you and dive headfirst into a night out, just having a good time and just enjoying it. And you can't help but just I even I'm listening to the song, getting ready to talk and everything the last couple of days, and I'm at work this morning running some quick errands before I get back to the house, and I'm singing the song, and I'm just it's just so catchy. Can't help it. And I listen to a lot of music, and that song was the earworm of my head this week.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
It's a very good thing. Um, I know your time's very limited this morning, so I just have like another question or two for you, and I know onto a busy
Sure.
day for you.
Sure.
So is there anybody, as your career continues to grow that you're like, boy, if I could just share a stage with so and so and we do a double headline or opening headline or whatever it might be, or you know, is there someone out there like that you're like, if I could just write a song with them or I could tour with them in the world of country?
Uh, there is a couple. So I did get a chance to write with Byron Hill, which that's another song people can listen to. Something about the rain. He's a Hall of Famer. He wrote George Strait's first number one, Fool Hearted Memory, and he wrote Born Country for Alabama. Some stuff for Ray Charles. He's written a lot of hits. Excuse me, and it was really awesome to write with him. However, there are a few more I'd love to write with. Craig Wiseman uh, wrote a lot of stuff for Rascal Flatts, Kenny Chesney, as well as Jeffrey Steele. That would be two on my dream list to write with. As far as sharing the stage, would have to be Tim McGraw to do uh, to do a show with him in any capacity before he retires, and that's what I'm worried about, because I think about it. He came out in the early '90s, and he's still touring, but I can tell he's not as touring as vigorously as he used to. So I'd like to show the artists that actually got me into country music. Because I was a big '80s rock fan before. Def Leppard, Cinderella, you know, Twisted Sister, Van Halen. That's what I used to listen to growing up. Actually, it wasn't country. Um, but when Tim McGraw came out with "Don't Take the Girl," that's when I started really listening to country. And then I went back and to the Merle Haggards and the Johnny Cash and things like that, and George Jones. Oh my God, legends like that. But Tim McGraw is who I'd want to share the stage with. I would say that is primarily the artist, and a close second would probably be Kenny Chesney. To be on a tour with one of those guys, that would be something that is a goal of mine. But like I said, they're both, especially Kenny. He slowed down a lot. He's not touring, all summer every year. He's kind of been there, done that, and now he just kind of does it when he feels like it.
I think there's a point in life sometimes for a lot of artists where they do slow it down, but then there's another point when they're like, hey, I got to get on the road. I missed that. They want to have some family time. The kids are growing up, those kinds of things, and they want to have some time with their family. And then when the kids are growing up and out of the house, sometimes they're like, hey, I got to get back on the road and do that. So I think this, when it's slow right now, it might just be a waiting period for the next chapter of touring because they're not old guys. They're seasoned. How's that? They're seasoned country veterans, but they got a ways to go, I think. So I hope that comes true for you, for Tim or Kenny. I hope so.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just want to remind people to make sure that they put Slam Bam on repeat wherever they're listening to music, whatever outlet they're using for music these days, or hopefully they're buying some physical music, some CDs or downloads, whatever it's going to be, that they're putting on repeat, and let it carry you through the work week and through the weekend. And just last thing, Chaz, is just what media platform do you think is the best one for them to find you really interacting with your family? You do a lot of media platforms, but where you really find yourself just kind of, they get to know who you are, the person that, and what motivates you to write your songs. Like, where would they find that? What's the best media outlet for
Uh,
that?
really, the best way to do that would actually be on our website, join our email list, because that's where I'm more candid with my fans. I still do some things on Facebook. I'd say Facebook would be the platform that uh, Facebook tied they're kind of tied in together with Instagram. So anything I post on Instagram gets automatically posted on Facebook. So I would say maybe those two is where you can see a little bit behind the scenes of things, you know, things in my personal life that I share with fans. But it's free to join the email list right there on the website. That will keep you up to date with any new songs coming out, any cool stuff happening in my career. But we are on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Chaz Collins Music, CHAS Collins Music. To make it easier, chazcollins.com. Everything is on there. You can go there and actually, I'd appreciate if everybody went on there and saw our music videos. They're all listed on the website. You can download your music straight from my website, which we are on Spotify, Apple Music, and all that. But as a lot of people know, with many people, I guess you can say, that work through those platforms on Spotify, Apple Music, when you download, a very, very, very small portion goes to the artist. So we have it set up where you can go on my website and you can download the song right there directly, and we actually make all the money on the stuff that we put out. So we're able to get the benefit of that. So if you're going to download the music, it'd be great if you download it right from the website. But yeah, jump on the email list there, and we'll keep you up to date of any big things happening, man. That's really the best place to go. Our tour schedule's there. But yeah, follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Occasionally I'll throw some stuff on TikTok where you get to see a little bit of quirky stuff, just being funny and just, cutting up, whether I'm fishing on the sandbar or something like that. And on my downtime, I do some videos on TikTok, where it's a teeny bit more personal sometimes.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. I know you got a busy day ahead of you, and I thank you so much
Oh
for
yeah.
taking some time to talk to me. And I wish you the best. I hope to see you. I've seen Tim a couple times on tour, and Tim and Faith together. I've seen them on
Yeah.
tour. I hope to be at a show where you are right there on that stage, standing right next to Tim, singing one of your songs together. I hope that happens, and I think you've got
Well,
all the potential with your resilience and your energy. I hope so.
well, thank you, man. I appreciate it so much, and thank you guys so much for taking the time to bring us on, man. I know you guys have a plethora of people that you can interview, and you chose us for this morning, and I greatly appreciate that. That's really
It's
cool.
absolutely my pleasure. My pleasure. So have a great day and thanks again for your time. Okay, Chaz?
All right, KJ. Thank you so much for having us, man.
Take care.
You too.